Nickmercs is at it again. If you guys don't know or weren't around at the time, a few months ago, about a year ago now, Nickmercs, who is a famous streamer, particularly for Call of Duty, got absolutely lambasted for saying something as innocuous as leave children alone when it comes to LGBT stuff. Didn't say anything else, didn't say he hated the trans community, didn't say he hated gays, nothing, just said leave children out of it, and homie pretty much got bullied. They attempted to bully him off the platform, it didn't work. Well, here we are almost a year later, homie is not only doubling down, quadrupling down, but he is going even harder by saying that trans people aren't even real. And you know what, we're seeing a lot more individuals with this sort of status, with this sort of, they've got clout or name recognition, who are starting to wake up to this and speak openly about it, not just in video games or nerd culture, but we're seeing it a lot in music as well. So, welcome to Words of Paradise. I'm your host, Leon Idol. We're going to go ahead and get into this. Before we do, hit that subscribe button. I'm a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. And, again, not only are we going to take a look at what Nickmercs is talking about, but also several other celebrities, not just about trans ideology, but about the lunacy that we're seeing on the left in general. But let's start with Nicky Boy here and see what he's got to say.
Nick, the transphobe struggling against the trans game. There's no such thing as trans people. That's something that you created.
That's something that you created. I mean, bro, just that is, for most people, that would be career suicide. You want to know why for most people that would be career suicide? Because it means you get canceled. Well, here's the rub. You only get canceled if you let yourself be canceled. Nick said something completely and utterly normal several months ago, and the internet trashed him for it. Or I should say, the loons on the internet trashed him for it, because he got a lot of support, as he should have. And you know what? Here he is all this time later, about a year later, and he's saying even worse because he's got no fear of repercussions. You can't cancel a man who has an audience that agrees with his sentiment, an audience of normal individuals who agree with him saying normal things.
So have fun with your little dreamland, but that shit's not even real.
Have fun with your little dreamland. He like the way he delivered that reminded me of Dodgeball. And no, it makes me bleed my own blood. Like, again, just perfection coming out the man's mouth.
Let me break it down for you, right? Penis, dude. Vagina, girl. Done. Come in here with that fucking
Boom. He lays that. It really is that simple. But you got people throwing a fit like Kenny Boy here, who says, I used to be a real Nickmercs stan for years. Well, that was your first problem. You'll never want to be a stan for anybody. Being a stan is creepy, it's unhealthy, it's weird. And of course, I believe that somebody like this, who's about to throw a fit about how transphobic Nickmercs is, I believe somebody like you would be a stan, because you have this weird codependency, this parasocial relationship with individuals on the internet that aren't actually your real friends. So, yeah, it's your fault for being a stan. I regret every second of it. Bought merch, subbed, loved what he did, but what a fucking ignorant loser. Hope you block me for this, you stupid bigot bitch. Also, I like bigot bitch. I'm gonna use that. It's just got a nice ring to it. The alliteration there, bigot bitch. Hope faze drops you. Hope 100 Thieves makes millions without your dumbass. Kenny, you got 128 followers, and I'm surprised you don't have pronouns in your body, in your bio, honestly. He doesn't need to fucking block you. You're a nobody. He has no idea who you are. There's no validation that's gonna come from blocking you. Little dreamland. Have fun playing on a controller in Michigan for the rest of your life and living in your safe little bubble. Fucking coward bitch behavior. I don't care how much you bench. You're a bigger pussy than any trans woman I've met. I'm curious how many trans women you've met, because let's be real. Odds are they weren't really trans individuals, because even if we were to grant the legitimacy of gender dysphoria, that still affects only like 0.0007% of people, or some astronomically slow, low number. So if you've met a bunch of these trans individuals, yeah, the odds aren't in your favor that they were even real. But most people are not dogging on Nickmercs. Most people are completely agreeing with him like your boy is. We got the quartering. This is what happens when you secure the bag and are no longer worried about being canceled or banned. You can speak the truth. Homie, not only when he came out did he get massive support for coming out with his statement on homosexuality, LGBT stuff in children's classrooms, but that freed him up. Yeah, they attempted to cancel him. It didn't work. He got more supporters. I guarantee you that led to more financial stability. What about Chain here? Chain, I completely agree with this sentiment. Most of your favorite streamers feel this way, but are too afraid of getting canceled to say it. I guarantee that's the truth. You think that Pokemon's out there being like, oh man, I really love them trannies. No, she might be saying that. I don't really know Pokemon's, stance on any of this LGBT stuff. I'm just assuming, because the vast majority of people claim they support it, but I guarantee you behind closed doors, she's like, man, fuck them weirdos. Like, there ain't nothing right or normal about that. And what I'm the one that I get paid to basically show everything but my butthole on the internet for simps, and even I think the trannies are weird. That's probably what Pokimane is thinking, like, if I had to guess. Or we're about, let's see, we had another good one here. Yeah, man, there's no such thing as trans people. Nickmercs continue to show the more money he makes, the more he doesn't care about his community, his streams, or anyone other than himself. I guess the motto peace and love went out the window a while ago. My boy Atreus came in with some heat, calling it out exactly as it is. Actually, his community believes the same thing. He's not bending the knee to you morons, and you indeed are a moron after you just told somebody to prove there's only two genders. Nickmercs' community agrees with him. He has fostered and built a righteous, awesome community that knows this is nonsense, that knows this is ideological lunacy, and knows that this is harming children. The sort of fan base that I can only hope to cultivate, that Atreus is absolutely cultivating, that Hypno is cultivating, people that understand what normality is. But it doesn't just extend to the ideology of the LGBT and the trans stuff, and it just doesn't just extend to gaming. What about this? We got this from Glenn Danzig, from obviously of the metal band Danzig, talking about what went on with COVID. This is amazing. The left's narrative is absolutely falling apart on every front, because remember, COVID is still a massive thing. The left still tries to use that. Movies flop nowadays. You still see articles talking about how, theaters have been down ever since COVID. There's the occasional people you still see writing articles about wearing masks and whatnot. Oh no, there's another variant out there. Well, take a look at what Glenn Danzig has to say.
It's been about 5 years since we were here because of some bullshit made-up pandemic.
Alright, so the crowd cheered a little there, whatever, crowd cheered, but just wait for it.
Fuck those motherfuckers.
Uproarious cheers from the crowd when he is speaking out against the bullshit made up pandemic. Like, absolutely 100% correct. You are seeing this on all fronts. What does the left stand for that these individuals of note still stand for themselves? You finally have people coming out who are able to speak the truth, say what they truly feel, because what have they got to lose? No one in Glenn Danzig, no one in Danzig's audience is going to go away because of his opinions on COVID, or if they are, it's not like you need them. It's not like they were real fans to begin with. No, if anything, I bet this will grow this base. I guarantee you, there are some of you that are going to watch this video, that if you get this far into it, you're going to see Glenn Danzig say this. You're going to be like, shit, I'm going to need to check some Danzig out on Spotify. Boom. He making more money all of a sudden. He's got new fans because of his stance on COVID. What about Ronnie Radke? Ronnie Radke, probably the best known musician for coming out against all this ideological bullshit. This is my goodbye. Homie posted a 9-minute rant, a very justified, warranted rant about how he is leaving the emo scene that he was so prominent in, that he came up in, frankly, that he helped create with his music. And now, dude, again, it's 8 minutes. We're not going to go over it. I've watched it. It's awesome. He's sitting there ragging on people with pronouns in their bios, talking about how, you want to call people, sexual predators and misogynists and all this other stuff with surface level accusations. There's no proof or anything. You're just using it to be toxic. And I hate that word, toxic. Toxic is such a overused, disgusting word that has absolutely no meaning. But again, we have these individuals of note coming out and saying it. You've got, like, Ronnie Radke, The Falling in Reverse, his band. Every single song they make goes straight to the top of the charts. You open up Spotify, and it's always at the top. Again, Danzig, not exactly the most famous metal band out there by modern standards, but you saw that crowd, you saw that audience. They got themselves a following. And again, Nickmercs, you're seeing this in gaming, in streaming. People finally, they don't care anymore. They're like, what's Twitch gonna do? Twitch gonna cancel me? Twitch gonna lose out on all that money from taking down one of their biggest, I don't know that Nickmercs uses Twitch, but they're an example. They're gonna take down one of their biggest streamers and lose all that money. Back to my Pokimane example, even Pokimane, no matter what she does, and when she does get suspended, it's always for, very, very short lengths of time, because Twitch is not willing to lose out on all the revenue they're gonna generate from canceling her ass. It makes 100% sense from a business perspective. You don't want to lose your cash cows, and I genuinely think for most of these companies, the money is in fact more important than the message. Now, it's not always going to be the case. I think there are instances like Disney, Sony, Wizards of the Coast. For them, the message is more important, and they will absolutely fire people. But the vast majority of these folks, they're like, no. Hey, they're still bringing in the revenue. We'll just have to let them say what they want to say. And if they do get canceled, if they do get fired, if they do get removed from Twitch or get removed from a venue or whatever, they can just go elsewhere. Their fans are going to follow them because they're legit fans. And we are going to be seeing so much more of this. It's insane. You got Asmongold out there going so damn hard on games journalists just earlier today or yesterday, whichever it was. That's going to be the video for tomorrow. So yeah, look forward to that. Just going off on how politics are being infested into games and how games journalists are terrified of it. And that's why the Western industry, the fans, have absolutely no faith in the industry. And it's something that journalists refuse to acknowledge. But again, I'm not even going to talk about that now. Just hang tight. That'll be a great one for tomorrow. But the fact of the matter is, we are seeing the tides turn. When there are individuals of note, of name recognition, of clout coming out and saying, fuck this pandemic bullshit that absolutely shut the world down, stunted our kids, held them back in schools, made it to where they have absolutely no social growth because they were stuck in home all the time without being around other kids. When you got individuals saying, fuck this trans ideology and this trans movement, there's literally mutilating children, and they're not worried about getting canceled. When you got small-time YouTubers like me saying, what's YouTube gonna do? Shut me down? Oh, with my not quite even 4,000 subscribers? The fuck you gonna do? I'll make another channel and I just want to show my face. It'll be super easy. Like, get the fuck out of here. They cannot stop this movement, and that's what you love to see, is normalcy prevail, is the lack of lunacy, is the complete and utter takedown and lighting a blaze of the lunacy, and our side will only grow stronger. We will only get common sense out there to the masses more as more individuals speak up, especially those of note. But those are just my opinions. Let me know yours in the comments down below, or let me know on X, where you can find me at Bolt the Word. And please do subscribe. I am a nerdy news channel. I cover nerdy news every day. Not always about, the video game scene or LGBTQ or anti-left-leaning nonsense, but anime, movies, music, Magic the Gathering, you name it. Check me out on Instagram at wordsofparadise_Leon and become a member for $4.99 a month. You can join the Discord, choose the articles I go over on a day-to-day basis, choose the videos I react to on my Friday night live streams, and of course, get involved in the discourse with over 70 other vital idols. It is a beautiful, bright, glowing, vibrant community that I cannot wait to build further, because I love reading what all you have to say. I love getting invested in the conversation, and I love everybody's different ideas and opinions, because we only care about one type of diversity, and that is the diversity of thought. So join the Discord, hit that subscribe button, and until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere. This has been Words of Paradise.